So we talked about reciprocal inhibition earlier today and other inhibitions like direct inhibition, posture, movements, all that stuff. And your question was, where would you take a patient after, basically after you're finished on the table? Kind of how would you progress them? So the way I think now is, let's just take the example we just did in a recent video with someone with neck pain. My thought process now is, how can I get them moving? Is a very simple word that I'm using for the sake of this video, but how can I move them in a way that puts proper tension on their musculoskeletal system? Because I used to think that we were, and this is kind of still true, but go with me, follow me in the video. I used to think that, you know, we have our skeleton and the muscles were just attached to it.
Yep.
And it just pulled us around, like the bones pulled the muscles around. I don't know why I thought like that. If anybody's like that, just let me know in the comments. But I thought the skeleton was the thing and the muscles were just there. But now, after researching all of this, I now see it a little flipped, and the muscles are holding up our bodies, is how I view it now. If I'm right or wrong, it's not the point of this video. But I view us now as like puppets. So the muscles need the proper tension. Going back to your basic question was, I need to make this patient have the muscle tension in the proper way so they can move around like a puppet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So now after she gets up off the table, I'm like, well, what string or what muscle needs to be, or needs to have the proper tension so she can not have the pain and do whatever she needs to do. Whereas when I was a PT student or pre-PT, I was like, I just wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah.
So now, in the other video, you had her pulling
Yep.
her back, so you were trying to put tension on her rhomboids, her middle traps, her lower traps, all that stuff to then reciprocally put less tension on her pecs. That's really what you were doing, whether we know it or not. So where I would go with that is now have that mindset with everything.
Okay.
So now you can get as creative as you want, because oftentimes we have, and myself included, I got stuck because I just didn't have a concept to anchor myself to.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now we're gonna stretch, but now we're gonna do bicep curls, and now we're gonna do, it was too rigid. So now taking that same concept, I would then, you could do something with the band, right? So now if you need her neck rotated and you need her getting better range of motion with her neck, you can get as creative as you want with moving her neck. So what I mean by that is, you can turn her neck like this, or you can turn her neck like this.